My first year as a head coach at Ashland University, I'd taken over for a legend, and we had a vision board, and I believed in it. And after my first year as a head coach, I knew I've got to make this into something that I really believe in. These core values are just things I really believe in as a leader, and I knew transitioning to that head coaching spot, I needed to take some ownership over creating that.
I've really never come across a coach like Robin that just lays it all out there so authentically and honestly, and things that she asks from athletes, she does herself. And it just makes it so much easier for people to buy in.
We don't have a big rule book. People are much more motivated by expectations and standards of behavior than rules. Five core values. Number one, be a great teammate. Second one's manners matter. Our third one's trust. Our fourth one is commitment. And then lastly, toughness. Huge part of Big Ten women's basketball. Toughness is just, it's physical, it's fast, it's every day.
It really is about what does it take to break you? How focused are you on a task, on a mission, on your purpose? How willing are you to persevere through whatever is in your path, whatever obstacles lay in the way?
I was at a basketball camp when I was younger, and I got hurt, and I went to go see the athletic trainer that they had at the camp. She taped it or she did something, and like the pain was just gone, and I was like, how did you do that? So like from then on, I was just like, I want to do that, because how did you just take the pain away from being at like a 6 to like a 0, and I can go play basketball still. So that just stuck with me like this whole time, and I can do basically what that athletic trainer did for me for another person.
I'm just so proud of her. She makes us a lot more versatile, physical presence inside, and to be out for 2 years and have a passion to come back, and to come back in the best shape you've been in requires toughness.
I told her you don't have to have every injury to be an athletic trainer in the future too. You could just learn about them. You don't have to rehab all of them yourself personally.
Junior year, start the season, and then I'm in our third game. We're playing Detroit Mercy. I put my foot down to try and get around a screen. I got pushed up high. My foot goes down, Joss's foot goes on top of mine. I try and lift, she's putting weight down, and I had torn my Lisfranc ligament. And then a week after getting my 9-month clear from my foot, I hurt my knee, and it just hyperextended and went straight back when I was trying not to run into a shooting machine. When I did, I was like, I did something. And then we found out a few days later, I tore it. I just dropped right there. I didn't want to touch a basketball. And I remember Claire had to basically make a deal or kind of beg me to just handle a ball for 10 minutes.
Started the ACL was really hard mentally. There was just a different battle that you have this excitement when you're being cleared from an injury, and then, to go right into another one, it was really crushing for her. There was definitely a moment where I was concerned that was going to be it and she was going to hang it up. And that's the biggest thing the second time around, is just making sure that she is a whole athlete, not just rehabbing her ACL, but rehabbing and being prepared for anything else that's going to come at her, so that we don't see that happen again. Her and I have a great relationship, and I joke with her that she keeps getting hurt because she wants to hang out with me, and she needs to stop. There is just a really honest relationship between the two of us. Seeing that come back for her is one of the bright spots of why I do what I do. She cares about people really deeply, so to know that she'll be able to go forward in athletic training and have an impact on other student athletes that are going through the same things as her is really special, because she does have experience with it. She knows what it feels like, and she's going to be able to relate to people and pick them up and support them.
I'm able to apply what I learned in school, and everything that I learned book-wise is also applicable to what I know personally as an athlete at the same time. When I become an athletic trainer, I'll be like, oh, I went through what you're going through right now twice in a row, so I know how you're feeling exactly in this moment.
When you're not able to practice and you're on the sideline, but to stay committed to getting yourself back at a level to play requires an incredible amount of toughness. And so we're proud of her for that, and I'm really excited for her. She still has such a big opportunity in front of her. The window that you get to play at this level is so small, and she knows she still has what it takes.
That point took 3 years for her to get. That's got to bring a smile to your face. Inside, Alexander's got it right block. Going to work, puts it up, and banks in 2 more.
Being a transfer, you feel like you really need to prove yourself, prove that you deserve those minutes. I think it's really hard not to compare yourself to, what you see on social media. Social media has a really big influence on mental health with student athletes, and I don't think a lot of people realize that.
Well, she's so committed to her work, and she's so committed to getting better. She's worked really hard on what it looks like to give yourself some grace, right? To be able to compete and not get discouraged.
You feel like I've put in all this work and it's not showing off, and people are like, if you work hard, it's gonna show. It's gonna show up on the court. You're gonna be, doing all these amazing things, making your baskets, and sometimes the ball just doesn't go in. And I think that's really frustrating. It's really discouraging. But if you can make it through that, I think that shows you're really tough emotionally and mentally. I think I've just really found my role. I think I've found my voice on the team. I felt like last year I really had to do everything right, and I think it's been a big weight lifted off my shoulders that, I can realize I can make mistakes, and, the coaches still believe in me. They are still going to play me. Last year, I would get really discouraged if I missed a layup or missed a shot, or, I start the game 0 for 2 or something, and all of a sudden that spirals. So I think I've really learned that putting that pressure on yourself is only going to make it worse. So I've just learned to kind of have more fun with it.
She's a very driven person. You notice that immediately. I've been very fortunate to coach some elite players and players who've played professionally. One of the things that you find is that they're very, very hungry to do more. There's a bond that you create with a player like that. I've really emphasized to her the power of choice, that she has power over her own thoughts, and that you have to control the controllables.
He's really helped off the court. I've had some struggles during my time here, and I think he was always there for me. And then also, I think you just look at his history and his track record, coaching with Pat Summitt, coaching Candace Parker. You just look at him and it's like, why wouldn't I believe everything you say? He's always got some inspirational quote for me, especially when I might be struggling during a practice or a game or something. He basically tells you that your mind is a garden, and either you can plant weeds or you can plant flowers.
I've really seen her come into being way more comfortable with herself, with her teammates, with relationships, with connection. I've seen a real confidence grow in her, and that's been cool to watch.
You have to remind yourself, this is what we do. It's not who we are.
I play this sport because I love it and because I want to play. I don't base myself off of my performance. So whatever happens that night, that's what happens. And the next day I can't do anything about it. I am way more than a basketball player. Life is so much more than a sport.
12 on the shot clock now. VanSlooten, the drive from the right elbow, finishes with the left hand scoop.
If we're doing anything worthwhile, it's going to be hard. And it requires a level of mental and emotional toughness to persevere and to drive through those things. And you have to be willing to deal with failure, adversity, and setbacks, because they are all part of the process.
Career high for Isa Alexander. Grace VanSlooten, the hard hedge. She'll take it herself. Up, basket, and one.